Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. In case you're new here, I'm Sandra, and today we're going to be doing a really cute Valentine's Day craft slash candle. So I got these jars at the at Target where their dollar spot area is, and they come in a 2-pack. So I've got a total of 4 of these candles, and I'm gonna make a really cute, like conversation heart style candle with these little cuties. So let's get started. I'm so excited. All right, so I've got my wax all melted, and we're gonna go ahead and figure out how much wax those containers take. All right, so I start by weighing out my container, and go ahead, let it go down to 0. So it's teared out, it's at 0 right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take and fill my container to the fill that I want. And then I'm gonna weigh that, okay? So I'm gonna gently set that down, that's what I want. Okay, I've got that, about 125. So then I'm gonna dump this wax back into the pot. And now we're going to do some math. So I know this looks a little complicated, but this is how you get a foolproof every single time. All right, now let's go do some math. All right, so as you saw, I did fill this container to the desired fill, which is 125 grams. That's what I'm choosing to fill it at. And then I do my candle equation, which is I take that complete fill weight, divide it by 110%. You can find my other videos where I explain how I got that. And then it gives me the wax to fragrance oil ratio, okay? So that's what we're gonna do here. And so I have that, but I want to add, like I said, conversation hearts, or it's not going to have the little conversations on it, but I'm going to add little hearts. So we're going to do that with this little mold that I got here on Amazon. So let's go ahead and fill our candle. We are going to have to wait till it solidifies to add the conversation hearts, but we can go ahead and make both of them right now. So let's get started. All right, so I've got my wax and my fragrance oil in here. I'm using the Love Spell from Candle Science. It smells just like Love Spell from Victoria's Secret, which I think is perfect for these candles. So I'm actually pouring 4 of these. So, all right, so I've got that all mixed up. And now we're gonna pour our wax and fragrance back into the container. Hold on, get a little something right there. All right. And then we're just gonna let these solidify. There we go. And then we'll add the conversation hearts. However, like I said, I am gonna go ahead and start them now. So everything's ready by the time these are solid. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter to these as well. And let that sit down there. There we go. I love when I find really cute containers for candles. I'm going to start using some vintage glass. Oh, I'm so excited. I had some at the shop and I'm like, oh my goodness, I am so ready for that. All right. Perfect. There we go. Just add the little bits to the rest of these candles. And you'll need a heat gun of, something, if you're desperate, a hairdryer, something that will melt the first layer of these candles in order to add our, conversation hearts and the glitter, because we're going to do that at the very end. All right, there we go. We're going to let these solidify, but let's get started on those conversation hearts that we're going to do. Okay, so I went ahead and filled this back up with just plain wax, no fragrance whatsoever in here. And I'm actually going to grab a glove. The candle dye can get all over my fingers. So we've got our wax in here. And, excuse me, okay. So I want to do red. I definitely, I want purple. So I'm going to look for my purple. Teal's really pretty. Yellow. Okay, there we go, purple. Okay, so what I have here are these little like mouthwash cups. And we're just going to add a little bit of wax to this. Okay, like I said, this is not fragranced. And we're going to get purple. Now, because this wax does solidify white, I want to make sure that we have a deep purple color. So I'm going to use, and these are like little syringe things. All right, mix that really well. This wax is pretty hot, so it's melting my little plastic thing. Let's see if we can still get it to work. All right, and I'm going to make some hearts. And of course, like I said, these are going to solidify, and we're going to add these to the tops of our candles. All right, and this is it. We're going to do this. I'm going to do this with 4 different colors. Excuse me, I have a tickle. Okay. And you can do as many or as little as you want of these. I'm just going to go ahead and use what wax I have in here. And like I said, this is not scented. All right. These are going to look so cute. Maybe I got this too dark. Maybe I want a pastel color. If for that, just going to add a little bit more wax. Okay. Because they're not really like dark, are they? I was just thinking that. We'll see if these come out pastel-y. And again, if they come out too dark, just remake them. There's no rule against you not being able to remake them. You can melt these hearts down again and use them for something else. You're not stuck. All right. I think that's about enough for the purple. I'm just going to put that off to the side, and we're going to go with yellow. With yellow, you can, I'm going to say I can go a little bit deep with them. And I got to remember I'm doing 4 candles. So, and sometimes these get, look at, I've already got color all over my fingers. All right. Come on. Hold on. This is a little on the gooey side. There we go. Oh, I think I got plenty in there now. All right, so we're just gonna, and this is pretty much the same process that I do when I do my Fruit Loop candle, the cereal pieces. And the worst thing about working from home is my animals stand outside my door and cry. Oh my goodness. And she will do it for hours while I'm in here. Okay. So yeah, this is how I do my Fruit Loop cereal pieces, and I get so many questions about the Fruit Loop candle cereal pieces that I will be doing definitely a tutorial on that, because there are different ways to do them that I have learned, and I finally found one that like I'm absolutely in love with. So I'm going to share that with you guys. All right. And I know this is kind of tedious, and you probably have already fast forwarded, which is totally fine with me because I won't know. And then again, just keep repeating this process with the colors that you want. I want to do teal, but where I want it to be, I just want like a dot, because I want it to be kind of like a pastel color. And my memory, not my memory, but just like my speech is getting better ever since chemo and radiation. And then I went directly into menopause. For those who wonder like why I pause all the time, like I'll be talking and then just something as simple as saying like candle dye, like my brain and my mouth have like a disconnect sometimes, and I have to like pause to like wait until like they finally connect so I can say what I was wanting to say. But it is getting better. I am taking a supplement that I'm very happy with, and I am seeing improvements. So yeah, that is helping. Okay, so we've got some teal, and then I'm of course got to do red. But like I said, I think I'm going to do that one in a pastel color as well. But we'll see how these turn out. These might not be pastel whatsoever, but we're just going to go with it. All right, do you guys hear my little cat? It used to be cute like years ago. It's no longer cute. Okay, and one more. So we're going to do red. All right. And again, I just want, there, we just did 2 drops in that one. Let me grab another syringe thingy. And then I will see you guys back here once everything solidifies. This is probably going to take like a couple of hours, depending on the temperature of your room that you have all of this going on in. And so, yeah, it'll take a couple of hours, but then you'll have some beautiful smelling candles. Now, I am already prepping for Valentine's Day for my business. It's just, I have been prepping since December for Valentine's Day. It's kind of wild how that works. And so these candles, you know, the reason why I'm making them right now too is because the longer they cure, the better they perform. And so I just want these candles to have enough cure time, and we've got plenty doing this in January. So, and these are just like the first candles that I decided to make for Valentine's Day. I'm going to be making more, but when I saw these at Target, I was like 100% yes. And so I didn't buy, you know, I didn't buy a whole bunch of these containers. I only bought 4, but I'm definitely excited about doing this. Okay, so we're just going to let that sit there, and yeah, we'll come back in a couple of hours and start putting this together. All right, guys, it has been 24 hours and the candles have solidified, and you can see how much space I've left. This one I just laid on. However, these 2 I just heated up and laid the candy melts, or goodness, candy melts, the heart, the wax hearts. Now remember, I had put them all in this little heart mold right here, and I popped them all out. So this is what they look like. And on the side, the top part, it does have like a little divot, but the other side is just fine. So now we're just going to heat up our candles, and you really want to get a nice melt pool. This room is freezing. This room is 60 degrees. And so I want to get a really nice melt pool so I have enough time before it solidifies again to lay my candy hearts on. So, oh my goodness, my little wax hearts right here. So I'm going to kind of keep those out of the way and use my heat gun. Like I said, if you are in like a desperate time, use your hair dryer. It might take a little bit longer, but it'll work. All right, and because it is so cold in here, I do have to work somewhat fast, but that's okay. And just start laying your hearts out. Just put all your hearts out there. And I do like to do a little push, you know, to kind of, and then they make that little airy sound. But these are super, super cute. Now, I do suppose that you can use real candy melts or real conversation hearts in this if you wanted to. I have never done that, so I don't know how that will work. And the only reason why I even suggest it is because I do use sprinkles in my candles at times, and it's never caused an issue or anything like that. So I assume that you can use like the candy melts, and I'm going to do like a brief once over. So let me just pull this camera up here. And like I said, one of these days we're going to get fancy and I'm going to have a remote that just, you know, moves the camera for me. So anyways, you could probably use real conversation hearts. I don't know how like that coloring is. I don't know if it'll bleed into the wax or whatnot. But you know, try it out. It doesn't hurt to try. So anyways, let's see what's solidified now. So this is how they look when solid. I did think about putting glitter on the white and then putting the hearts on there. I just didn't have the right glitter. I wanted a white glitter and I didn't have it. So then I just kind of nixed the idea, but I think that would be really pretty if you got a white glitter and covered the white and then had this, because that little sparkle would be super cute. Now with the wick, I'm going to curl it, but always tell your customers that they need to trim the wick before they light it, so they don't light the whole curled wick, because you're going to have a flame that is just ridiculous. So anyways, now it's time to price out. I saw that there's like a little bit of a, so now it's going to be time for me to price them out and get them in my shop. I am super excited. I absolutely love these little candles right here. I think I don't know, I might keep one for myself. We'll see. But anyways, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to make a Valentine's Day heart candle. I will put more information over on my Patreon on the formula and whatnot. Again, whatever the fill weight is, divide it by 110% if you are using the max fragrance load for your wax, which for me is 10%. So that's why it's 110%. I can go into this, but there is a video that I have already about the formula. So anywho, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and I will see you guys again in my next tutorial. Happy candle making, guys.